Hey, besties, are you there? I'm here with my bestie Breed. Over. And I'm here with my bestie Tori. Roger that. We're back and using walkie-talkies.
We forgot that we had these. We got these for our first little photo shoot that we did together because they really are the epitome of why we have this podcast or where it stemmed from.
Correct. This time we didn't have to use lemonade stand money to buy them.
We didn't. For those of you who are just tuning in, haven't heard the story before, Tori and I were the last in our friend group to get cell phones. So while we were in, seventh grade?
I think it was 6th. Because I got one in 7th. I think it was 6th.
While we were in 6th grade, we were hustling. We had a lemonade stand. We got over $75 from this lemonade stand. And we were doing it so we could purchase these epic walkie-talkies that they look like cell phones. And they said that they would reach up to 2 miles, which at the time, Tori and I didn't even live a mile away. We bought them.
They didn't work. We did get this man. This was so cool. This man had ridden his bike. What was it, like 65 miles that day or something crazy, like all the way out to the coast and back. And then on his way to his house, because he lived around the corner, showed our lemonade stand and gave us a 20.
Yeah. He was thirsty.
He was thirsty.
He needed this Mithril.
He was like in the 70s.
He had
his goals.
And then a woman, a real homie, gave us so much money. You remember that? She was like, I'm so proud of you girls. So we didn't know her.
No, I think the majority of our money came from like 4 people.
Yeah, they just felt bad for us.
They were the real.
Yeah. And then we got yelled at.
We did?
Yeah. Do you remember that man who owned the house right by the lemonade stand? He came out and yelled at us because he didn't want us to be
solicited.
Yeah, real estate corners in his front yard that he's selling lemonade stand. But now here we are, 20-something years later, with microphones.
I don't remember that at all, but sounds about right. I think he probably was jealous that we were raking in the dough.
He's like, are you going to pay taxes on that?
Yeah, he's like, you're going to pay my property taxes this year because you're using my home as a business. 2 hours of sidewalks, public space.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Wow. I feel like this week, it flew by. It really flew by. I'm so glad you're feeling better. I'm so glad we're doing this in person.
Agreed. Still don't know what was wrong with me because I never got a full-blown cold. So I think it was kind of just a physical crash out, adrenaline release. But let me tell you, I slept a lot. Good. I still worked all week, so I didn't sleep all day or anything. But my night times, I got the insomnia. But let me tell you,
not that week.
9 hours, 2 nights in a row.
Woo!
And she did it.
You know what? That's rich.
Yep.
That's rich. I know how to sleep.
Yep. That is a priceless richness.
Woo! Oh, my God. I, on the other hand, have been nocturnal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's been rough. I had a few projects I was working on where they went, basically my work schedule was until 1 a.m. multiple times. And had other things that then may have some late nights. So then I've been sleeping in, staying up late. I finally tried to reverse it last night. I was so tired. I was like, I'm not going to drink a matcha today. I'm going to, try and make it so I just pass out tonight.
Yep.
I basically did. Where I really felt it, though, was this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up so startled. John's like, hey, can you turn that light off? Because in the morning, I have the alarm clock that gets bright like the sun.
Okay.
And I said, whoa, I didn't even realize that was on.
What time was it?
That happens at 7 in the morning. It starts at 6:45 to 7. But normally, it really wakes me up. I turn it off and then I go back to sleep for a bit. But this time, I was just I was in an deep slumber. It was nice.
This work. My brain told me that I got optimal amount of deep sleep last night. That felt really good. Not as much REM sleep. I got borderline low, but I think that's also fine because I've been dreaming a lot, which I think sometimes I'm too active in my sleep and then it's not as restful. So we struck a balance. I'm glad you got sleep last night. The house needed it.
The house was stressing for sleep.
Reed and I was Reed's assistant on Saturday for a Halloween party. Awesome photo booth. And our friends co-produced it. And so they gave us a heads up on the theme. And so we got to dress in costume. And so we looked like little Baroque princesses.
We looked like Bridgerton girls.
It was really fun. It was kind of a like coquette. What did you figure out it's called? Roco?
Roku? I don't know how to say it, but it's R-O-C.
Rocco.
I don't know.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco.
I wish that was a thing that would have been funny. But yeah, we got to wear fun corsets and dresses and super curly hair with pins in it. It was really fun.
We're up
to date.
We were up very late. The event went until 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tori and I were starving. So we were very smart and proactive. And we had sandwiches delivered to our home. So when we got home, we ate our little sandwiches. And then we watched, did y'all know that this was happening? Wife swap with Real Housewives. It's a Real Housewife swaps with a normie. And we watched an episode of that because, of course, we needed to like
Unwind.
simmer down from the festivities.
It was funny though, because it was like 2:30 in the morning. Like, well, we should go to bed. But in my head, it felt like 9.
Yeah.
Because I think we were so hungry, we were kind of tired at the end of the event. And then it revitalized me to eat. We had a brownie.
Woo. That brownie was good. I still have some actually. Oh my gosh.
I know I ate the rest of mine last night, and it was a delicious treat. It was a delicious treat. We had a lot of fun at the event. We met a lot of cool people. It was really fun. I love interacting with new people too. And just about like that, everybody was having so much fun. And Reed took some sick pictures.
Thank you so much.
It's also fun to watch people see themselves because Reed had her computer out so people could see immediately after she took the picture. She already had it set up to like edit perfectly, some color balance. It was gorgeous. And then people would come over to see them afterwards. And it was so fun to watch people light up. Probably because maybe they were feeling insecure when they got dressed and they got to see themselves like that. And they were like, oh my God, wow, those are really good. Like they were just.
People were loving, they were loving the setup. They were loving the vibes.
Yep.
Gotta love a good flash situation. Mm-hmm. We love that. And yeah, shooting, like it's called shooting tethered when it goes to the computer like that. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
And also, boy, does it make my life easier.
Yeah,
because it just auto adds my preset that I custom made for that event. And boom, done, zo. And gosh, satisfying.
Yep, we got a lot of hugs.
A lot of new friends.
They were really fun. People were they were drinking, they were vibing, they were having fun. It was great.
And a man put a 20 in my hand, and then I put it in my bra.
So you put it in your bra, and I was like, I missed that. I thought he just handed it to you.
No, I put it in my bra, and I forgot.
Also, I got really weird about it. For some reason, when he was like, do you guys take tip? I don't know why. I think it's because of the being in the medicine business. You can't take anything from anyone. It's not legal. And so in my head, I was like, and then I was like, ask her. And he's like, okay. And she's like, I mean, yeah, I'll take it. Well, I don't know why I didn't just say thank you.
Well, it was really funny. He goes, that's the way the world works. All on money. And gave it to me.
Not wrong.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
take
I went
it,
over
sir.
to the other station and they had a little tip jar out. And I was like, dang, nabbit.
I was thinking about that because I saw that and I was like, oh, she could take a tip here.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know about it.
I should put a tip jar out. How fun.
Yeah. But Reed was really good about helping people that were really there. And you know what? I love people's vulnerability. There's a lot of people that were like, can you help me pose? Like, I don't know what to do, but I do want some pictures. So Reed was really good about that. I could see the pictures on her computer because I was standing next to her. And so I was hyping. People online were trying to hype people up. It was all around good.
It's a great energy. I really loved it. We should probably get just in the business of just fun.
I know. Multiple people were like, oh, they're like, this business you two are running. And I said, well, really, it's her business. And I was like, this is not my job. And they were like, well, You guys are great at it. Look at you go.
We got so many compliments. I love nice people.
Me too. And honestly, I was like, I don't know what this crowd's going to be like. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fun. But we got to put on the charm. People were giving us charm right back.
We love it. You know, you bring the charm, you get the charm.
That is right. But by midnight, I did start to crash because the reality of the fact was I hadn't eaten anything since noon. And I did find a cheese platter at one point. I didn't steal it. We were allowed to eat it. Took some cheese, so that sustained us for a little bit. But man, when that sandwich hit,
woo! We were like little mice in the corner eating some cheese.
I know, people kept coming up and I was like, hi, we're taking a break. We're like hunched over, like shrimp eating cheese. It was really funny.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it was a fun time.
You know what's fun to me too is it's like when we're out and about doing these things, I have my emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
We have each other. We have our emotional support.
And we play to our strengths too.
Yeah.
Because we'd all be like, I need you to come because I don't really want to talk to people that much. So you can come and then you can talk to them. And I go, I'm on it.
I think
Zaz kind of directed people around and told them where they could find the pictures.
I think that is like probably the number one misconception about you and I is like, I feel like people think that I'm like super extroverted and like could talk to anybody. I mean, I could. This isn't a matter of could or couldn't, but like gravitate towards. I feel like they think maybe they look at both of them and they're like, oh, wow, these two girls are both so extroverted. I'm bad, guys. No, I'm not. I don't want to talk to strangers. I'm scared.
But I think the thing is we're both really good at, regardless of how we're feeling, masking and acting like we're approachable. I think it just, maybe that's more in my natural state is to do that. It's not yours, but you can do it.
Yeah, Tori, again, emotional support. That's the emotional support that she provides me because then I'm like, look at her go. Look at how great she is at talking to these strangers. And then I go like Homer Simpson into the bushes.
No.
Once I'm comfortable, I love to chitty chat. Once I'm comfortable, oh my gosh, I want to gab. Until then, I'm scared.
Fair. I also, for some reason, there's a high likelihood when I'm out in the world that someone's going to tell me things I don't need to know about them. And they think we're already friends. I mean, I had a lady tell me about her children with severe mental health issues and how she was giving them marijuana. Should I maybe have reported her to CPS? Probably. But also, she was adopting these children, giving them home, and I guess it sounded maybe fine for the most part. It was very weird.
And also, what's the context of this? Like the grocery store?
I was at a Verizon store. And literally, I could have probably been, they've really sped up that phone buying process. I could have been in and out in 10 minutes. That woman held me captive for 40. She was like tearing up. And I was like, wow, I can't imagine living that life. So anyways, what's the new phone play option? And she's like, yeah, you know, the 19-year-old I have. So he wasn't like a child, but still was like, why are you telling me this? This is something you tell your best friend. I don't know you. Karen, I don't know what her name was. I just met you.
Oh my God.
But I also was cursing Verizon a little bit that I was like, of all the people that are working in here.
Oh, well,
This is who I had to help pay.
this reminds me of a Verizon situation I have that's so similar. I think the Verizon thing.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I think they're just trying to be too friendly.
Well, I also have this dilemma where people do talk to me as well.
Right.
We measured it once within our home. Tori, high likelihood someone's going to approach her and just do something to her. Me, likelihood.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty common. John, nope.
Nope.
He's got resting Polish fish.
It's a really good way of putting it.
But where I get it, especially, is actually on phone calls.
Yeah.
Because I put on my like customer service voice. I'll do it for you guys. It sounds nothing like me. That I, again, am scared. I had a time where I called up Verizon and I wanted to see if I could lower my payment for the international plan when I traveled because I accidentally like had it charge me by day, and it was
Oh Lord.
astronomical. And so I was like, hey, and I talked to this man, and this is what the voice sounds like. Hi, yeah, I'm just calling to see if I could maybe talk to somebody. I get a little bit, I don't know, like it's
Like innocent.
yeah. Oh, where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because I'm squirming in my boots.
I get it.
Anywho, I talked to this man. We talked for a very long time. And you know how it does say, like, is it okay if this is recorded for training? It was. And this conversation was recorded. And I was talking to him about something about an airport. And he goes, oh, that reminds me of the last time I flew. We missed my child's very important hospital doctor's appointment. And I was like, oh my God.
I thought he was going to tell you the plot of Home Alone.
No, worse, traumatic. He basically told me that like his child had a seizure, or no, it wasn't, or seizures with the brain. Yeah, his child had a seizure, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then his family went to Disneyland, except for him. But then he decided to take a Friday off and surprise them at Disneyland. Then he said, in order to do that, though, the only time to come back, there was only one flight available. And he was like, I feel like there's a reason this flight doesn't work. And then once he got home, he realized it was because child had their doctor's appointment after 6 months, after no explanation of the seizure, of like going to the neurologist. And so then he goes, I'm like, oh my gosh, that had to have been so traumatic. He told me the whole story of like when the seizure happened. Told me the setup of how their house is, told me how he,
Whoa.
like all this stuff.
You should have taken that information, done some crazy shit with it.
Well, what?
I don't know.
No, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And like, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh yeah, so what international?
You're like, so just to close the loop, you did cancel the international.
Well, guess what? He was like, so basically like, this is your fault. But then
After he held you captive?
No. Then he goes, we're allowed to give one person a day a $25 credit. And you're my person.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I still think about, I'm like, how's the child? I don't know.
Wait, so you're saying they did make it back?
They didn't. They had to reschedule.
Oh, you're saying that he was like, maybe something is the reason I need to come back, but it's fine.
Yeah, and then
I thought you were saying
it's because they didn't put it on the calendar.
That's a wild choice to make, considering that we.
I know.
Also, why weren't they getting appointment reminders?
I don't know, but he said he lived in Texas, and he said
Maybe that explains.
he said that it was taking like there was such a long lead time. And he's like, my child is 4 years old and had a seizure. I need to know what's going on. And then he goes, you know what? I'm so glad I talked to you because that just reminded me that I need to figure this out with the doctor.
Oh, sir, like what? And well, post-COVID specialists, it's hard to get in there.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So the moral of the story is that Verizon, be ready to be traumatized
Or have better boundaries than we have. I have a hard time shifting the conversation because I feel bad. And I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh.
Hey, I have something that we need to acknowledge on this episode. Something really exciting happened.
But
Friend of the pod and one of our top listeners, Sarah, got engaged.
she did? Congratulations, Sarah. I didn't see this. Get a girl, get a
It's also my birthday twin. And so it's almost her birthday. It's engaged. We're just so happy for you and so excited for you. Congratulations. We love love so much. Congratulations to you, girl.
Get it. What a fun surprise for me, too. I didn't know that.
I know. Isn't that so?
Did it happen this weekend?
Yeah, it's Halloweenkend.
Honestly, what a fun, magical time to get engaged.
Right?
Wow.
So much.
Sarah's fiance.
So much to celebrate. So much fun.
I love that. That makes me think about something that I did write down.
Okay.
That I discovered. So Friday night, backing up. So our party was Saturday night that we went to. Friday night, we went to friend of the pod, Sammy's birthday party.
And today is her birthday.
Yes.
The day we are shouting, happy birthday, girl. She's at Dollywood celebrating.
And I did see a picture. She got that cinnamon bread. Thank God. I told her if she thought it would keep well to buy an extra loaf and bring it back. Doubt it though. Okay, so when we were there, we hung out with friend of the pod, Maddie, because I did bring her up. She was the other participant in the elevator story where we were being asked if we were going to the river. So got to see her for the first time since our plus friend Jasmine, who also was there that day. So anyways, we got to hang out, and Reed and I were both tie. We were tired, like, "Ugh." And then of course, just like our likelihood to be talked to, we'll always close down a party. It was really nice. So we got to hang out with Maddie, Jasmine, birthday girl, Sammy, us, chatting about Bravo Universe. Okay, we were having a great time. Okay,
I was
Loved
specifically having such a fabulous time because I do convince my girl Tori to watch my Bravo shows, but she's not a lifelong Bravo Real Housewife girl. So there is some lore. Most of the time, it's me educating on the girls.
I feel like I listen to enough podcasts, have enough friends, and on social media enough that I can keep up for the most part, which is perfect because that's about what I have carved out time for.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shows to keep up with, and also very intimidated to jump in. So if I'm going to jump in and watch one, I got to have Reed here because I need someone to explain. If it was like Game of Thrones, I simply can't watch that on my own. I need someone who gets it.
I get that. But the girlies that we are with, they also were. They were Real Housewives girlies. So I never really get to have those conversations often. And Tori was doing a fantastic job at keeping up with all the lore and everything we were sharing. I was very impressed.
I mean, it's fascinating. These people are truly a study in psychology. But we also started talking about astrology. And Jasmine brought up the seventh house, which I did not know was apparently the house that dictates your romantic relationships. And she was like, yeah, I don't have a planet in my seventh house, so I don't really know what that means. So of course I had to look it up. Guess what? I don't have one there either. And I was like, oh God, what does this mean? So upon further discovery, was very fascinated by this, mostly because the things that it was saying about me for the reason why maybe there's not a planet in there yet were basically all of the reasons I'm in therapy.
Oh.
And they weren't bad things, but they're just like very specific things that I'm trying to work on internally for growth so that I can have less anxiety and all the other things. We call it our mostly stable but need to maintenance items. So some part of me thinks, because I'm on that journey of healing, that means maybe we're about to experience romance. Who knows? Who knows? Because they're calling those things out and I'm already working on them. So that was exciting. But it was very fascinating. Apparently the planet that is cusping, whichever that means, on my 8th house and is cusping into what would be a 7th is Saturn, and the sign is Capricorn. So holla at me, Capricorns. Apparently that is my sign of partnership.
So that's fascinating. The one thing that's interesting with it is it's not necessarily the person will be a Capricorn. It's that your relationship
You'll mirror those qualities.
will mirror those qualities, or like the things that you emulate or cultivate, learn, all of that within your romantic relationship will emulate the qualities of Capricorn.
Well, I love everything I was reading about it.
Well, the interesting thing is mine is an Aquarius and John is an Aquarius. That's
Spooky.
wild. That's wild.
That's pretty spooky.
What's it say on there?
Well, it did say something about a lot of the reason why the 7th house doesn't have planet. It's not because I won't fall in love, because everyone has the opportunity for that. But it's that I, in this season of life, have not been prioritizing that above other things. It's not something that I'm like desperate for, which is fine. And it said basically for me, relationships, so I think this is maybe part of the Capricorn quality, that's a transformative thing, it's like super intentional, not just like a relationship starts, whatever. It like transforms me when I'm in it, which was very fascinating. So we'll see. So basically, which I already kind of know to be true, I'm very selective. Vibes and values, as we discussed last week, are very important. So I'm being no intentional about the move. So that was very interesting.
I feel like the right person for you will be very empathetic. I also think they're going to be an introvert. That's my hypothesis. And
Probably going to be more of an secure attacher.
I also think they're going to be like 6'2".
Oh, I am more than fine with that. That we don't love a short king.
That's my theory.
That was very fascinating. I'm not like fully bought in on astrology, but in some ways I am. And you know what? I consider myself a spiritual gal. And I was reading this and I was like, okay, top off. So if you're looking for something fun and spiritual to speak to you, look into that 7th house, my friends. You might find out some things. Another thing that I wrote down was that the Love is Blind finale happened. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago and I needed to give an update. And that is that 0 couples made it past the altar.
Wait, really? Is that a first?
Yes, because I think every other season there's been at least one couple. And I always watch it and I'm like, okay, like even if all of this happened for the one couple that everyone actually did like, that basically causes no drama the whole season, and they get married, they find each other, fun odds. Why not? Great, love it. This time, no one liked any of them and none of them liked each other. And sweet Edmund, the really weird guy was telling me about when she said no to him at the altar, which I didn't see it coming, to be honest, because
you thought she would
was giving off this vibe that she was fully in. He made the most uncomfortable sound I've ever heard.
Like what? Do it.
It was like, ah, like that. And people have turned it into different memes, and that's really cracking me.
Can we just break down the fact that this show goes, first, you don't get to see each other, and you just have a talk. Mm-hmm. Then you have to go, yep, we both select each other. And then propose. And then get married? Like, slow down.
Correct.
They could actually just make it so people, like, let's watch a reality TV show of them dating.
Well, that's my thing is, why don't they
rushing it?
Why don't they just have them, like, select someone to continue dating?
Exactly. And then let's watch the reality TV show.
And then I guess what, some of them probably end up breaking up once they meet each other and have to live together. That's fine. But why we're getting to the man issues hurt. I also don't know if it's actually legally binding, the marriage, because it always seems like they just have a paid actor up there officiating. They say the exact same script. It's always it's kind of a weird energy person.
I mean, an actor can get ordained.
True. But I'm like, is this just a stand-in? I don't know if they're actually signing a marriage certificate. Also, if that was my only wedding, ew, it's chuggy as hell. They use the same venue for every couple.
It's just,
Anyway, 2 couples also, which I think I've only seen this happen a handful of times. 2 couples, which mad respect for the fact that they didn't let it get to the altar, but they broke up before they even got to the wedding day, which is good. One of them kind of saw it coming, was a little ridiculous, but I'm proud of her for ending it. Neither one of them I really feel like was that bad. It just was like this literally completely different lifestyle. She also had a child. Let's not go there. The other one was the man who said, yeah, I normally date thin women.
Oh, ew.
And she also, I think, having this card out, she had a degenerative eye disorder, so she was going to eventually be blind. I think this man was so superficial. He was so mean in stupid ways. He was kind of a loser. People are raking him over the coals, which I'm kind of glad about, because this 27-year-old white man needs to understand his impact on people. He was the worst. Thankfully, they broke up. Oh my God, wait, no, there was 3 couples.
For another
3 out of 6. So half of them ended before the altar, and then the other half got to the altar, didn't say yes. Crazy. But I'm pretty sure the 3rd couple, I don't know if the man fully only likes women. I'll say that. He was also making a lot of homophobic remarks, which does point me to believe that he just hates himself because he is that, is a lot of the theory. He has since posted a video apologizing for those things, and something tells me it's going to be followed by him coming out, but who knows? The woman was a hairdresser with the worst hair anyone's ever seen, which was really funny.
But why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Like, there was a girl on Vanderpump who was a hairdresser, and she had the worst hair.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, like, what is up with, I mean,
I don't know.
maybe if you just, like, don't have, you're doing everybody else's hair,
I think that would be
not.
my hairdresser has flawless hair.
Mine too.
See her, and I'm like, okay.
Mine is you're marketing your product, amazing hair.
Yep. And she does these perfect curls, and she does them on herself, and I branded them Alley curls. And so every time I go in there, and she's like, okay, what are you doing with your hair after everything's done and me dry? I'm like, Alley curls. They're perfect. But yeah, so crazy pop culture moment. Nobody got married, and the reunion is next week. And this week, it's on Wednesday. I simply can't wait because I know it's going to be chaos.
Oh my.
It's also been 2 years since they filmed this. There's theories that one of the girls has already moved on to another man and has a baby.
Why?
And I'm
in
all for
2
that.
years?
Literally don't know.
That's strange.
I think they're filming like 8 of these a year, and they're just boom, boom, boom.
I don't like. What is Nick Lachey and the Vanessa still on it?
Correct. And they make us deeply uncomfortable. And every time I see him now, all I can think about is that horrible video of him singing that was really uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
And this comes from a 98 Degrees fan. Also, I was listening to last week's episode the other day, and you said something about a boy. What's that other boy band? New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block got a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. What's not? Sorry, that's not New Kids on the Block. That's a song that just references New Kids on the Block.
I don't even know if I know that song.
You know what that song? It's New Kids on the Block. Chinese food makes me sick. But I still. Okay, wait, hold on. That's not it. It's New Kids on the Block got a bunch of hit. Chinese food makes me sick. And I still summer for the summer. For the summer.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Yeah.
But yeah, they did New Kids on the Block. I think all these bands are starting to do cruises. They were the first one to do cruises, and Backstreet Boys did cruises.
Imagine being stuck on it. It would make me so. It makes me sad. Could you like? I want a movie. I guess there probably already is one. But like, what if there was something where it showed like Nick Lachey back in the day, and he's on the top of his game. He's so famous. Everybody's like, and he's like on the cover of Tiger Beat magazine. People, he's on his man. And then it's like, and he's like on a cruise.
That'd be really fun.
Middle age.
Yeah.
Like just
It's a great idea.
trying to sing. And people are like, what's going on? And just like that downfall and sadness.
It could be called Downfall.
I mean, I'm sad for them.
But also, Nick Lachey is getting the last act because I know Netflix is paying him.
Oh,
It.
he is getting.
And also, he's probably so interchangeable. They probably get to see so many wacky things.
Absolutely. I know who the movie should be about.
Who?
Nick Carter.
Oh, wow.
He was like so.
I feel like.
Wait, that's Aaron.
I know, but his brother died, and then where has he been?
So I can't think of it. But Nick was like so famous. Every girl was in love with Nick Carter. Like they're like, oh
I was
my god,
AJ.
yeah, you loved AJ. I loved NSYNC. It's just strange because where is he now?
I mean, I guess Backstreet Boys is still performing, but like I literally have heard zero things about him.
And it's just crazy because he was so like it was like every famous girl wanted to date him. Like
I want to know more about Howie.
Mandel.
There's a Howie in Backstreet Boys. There's also a man named Kevin in Backstreet Boys, but guess what? We know nothing about them.
What?
Yeah. I want to know what their life is like.
See,
They're probably doing it right.
Can I tell you?
Like just enough famous, you know?
Do you want to know who I want to know about?
Who?
Everybody in Maroon 5 who isn't Adam Levine.
Very good point.
Like, there's 5 of them
Mm-hmm.
that are all maroon.
That's a really good point.
And we know one maroon man.
Well, everything I've read about Adam Levine sounds about right.
I don't like him.
My grandma told me once when we didn't know he was a loser, when he was really, like, Maroon 5 was, like, really up here. Well, this was on the same trip that the Hands All Over album came out, and I burned it for my high terms.
Gosh, Cassie Satchatu.
The Satchatu.
Satchix.
Welcome to the Satchatucci. I was riding down the Satchatucci, listen to Hands All Over.
No, I was trying to say the statute of limitations.
Statute of Limitations. No, I paid
Wait,
for
is
it.
it not statute?
No, the Statute of Limitations.
Wait. No, I know you paid, but you burned it. That's illegal.
Oh, well, at least I feel like I paid for some of it, you know. Anyways, that was before aux cables. I made my mom my sister listen to that for like 10 hours straight. Again, they didn't stop me. They could have. But I think I used the excuse that my mom and I were taking turns driving, and I was like 16. It was a good driving experience. We were driving down to Sacramento, and I was like, every time I drove, it had to be on.
Oh my gosh. What is like that one?
Hands All Over.
I don't know that song.
Why can't I think of any of the songs on there? Honestly, if I
What about this?
I probably knew every word.
She will be
That was songs about Jane or whatever. The one before that.
Oh, what else? Wait, is this?
Never mind. It's the same song.
I forgot the queen.
Oh, what's that phone one?
I used to call you. Well,
No,
that's Drake.
but something similar.
My phone is an awesome phone.
Oh, okay. So it was that trip. We get there. We're talking about Adam Levine. I specifically remember my grandmother saying to me, well, I wouldn't be mad if you brought him home for Christmas. I think that was her way of saying, like, he's nice to look at. So if you were dating him, again, I was 16. He was probably in his mid-30s.
And he's
And it's Adam Levine. But I was like, yeah, I bet, Grandma, absolutely. But, you live in delusion at that age. So you're like, maybe.
yeah, when you shaved your legs to go to a concert.
Correct, and you're 12.
Yeah.
You don't even understand what
Braces.
sex is yet, really. And you're like, yeah, sort of touch my smooth legs. Creepy. But, yeah, that's a really good point. I think we should investigate it, Turmeric. I think that it sounds really nice to be a part of a popular band like that, because you're getting all the perks, but you can still pretty much exist in the world and no one's going to stop you. Like, it sounds nice.
Yeah.
Because fame doesn't actually sound appealing to me.
Fame sounds
I want nobody to criticize me.
Fame is a gun.
Yeah.
That's what Addison Rae.
That's what Adam Sandler said.
Addison Rae should have a song called Fame is a Gun, right?
I don't know. I don't keep up on Addison Rae. I kind of forgot about her, to be honest.
She's on tour right now.
She sings Diet Pepsi.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I like that.
I know. But it is a good song. There's some cocaine in there or something that really sticks with.
It's a great song.
You know what? I want to be like Taylor Swift's guitar player. That one guy with the Keith Urban hair.
I mean,
He actually the hair is a crossover between Kate Gosselin and Keith Urban. It's kind of spiky. Lizzie.
I want to be like nobody would recognize hold up. It's phrase. The Lumineers. Yes. Like, they're fantastic.
Yes.
And nobody's recognizing them.
Or the other dragons in Imagine Dragons. I only know the lead. And
I would recognize the lead of Imagine Dragons.
Correct. Especially for Sherazade.
Yeah.
We've all memorized those abs.
It's nice.
Good for you, Minka Kelly. Good for
Oh, they're together?
Yeah, and she's so beautiful.
She's stunning.
She truly, I don't want to say if I could look like anyone, because I should be happy being myself, but if I could change with somebody, at least just for a day, she to me is the epitome of beauty.
Wow.
We were going to talk again about what brought us emotional support this week.
I feel like we talked a lot about some of those things too already. It's like,
I did list 2 things though, and I will list them for you now.
oh, okay.
One was seeing Reed after a week. We literally said to each other, because Reed's like, I'm feeling really down today. This is on Friday. And then I said, I am a little bit too, and I feel off. And I said, I know what's going to cure us, seeing each other's faces. And guess what? Great moods. Instantaneous.
It's like I have like a deprivation issue when not around Tori.
But then I weirdly, which our comments obviously are listening to us, something posted, and I think I sent it to you, the post, and it like that day, and it was like, studies show that seeing your best friend's face at least once a week does regulate your mood.
And we needed it.
And it had been a long time. And Instacart Plus.
Yeah, I like that you have that and I can use it.
Yep. It saves me on a regular basis. I was thinking about it. I was like, I really use this a lot. And then I'm like, you know what? Sometimes for my sanity, it's worth paying the tip and somebody got a tip, somebody that needed it. And I feel okay about that because I hate going into a grocery store because the only time I have to go is on a weekend. You know it's going to be busy. You know someone's going to put their cart right in front of me. It's going to piss me off. The fluorescent lights are going to make me want to snap my neck. So, whoa. Sorry, dark humor.
It's okay.
But I love Instacart Plus.
I like that you have it and I'm on your account because I really like to use it when I'm in a pinch, like for the dog food, because I always am like, oh my God, I forgot to go to Mud Bay and they only have certain hours. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I was in Ludio this week. And what's really funny that I found, and I told Tori, is when I'm in Ludio, I'm not a touchy-feely kind of person, typically. And for some reason in Ludio, I turned to Tori, hey, I'm in Ludio. You want to know how I know? Can I have a hug?
Mm-hmm.
I crave hugs.
And this was right after we hadn't seen each other.
I wish I had seen each other. So we had a nice hug.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been really huggy towards John.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always like, the one time a month, like,
that because he's a physical touch person.
I'm sorry. I wish I felt this way all the time, but only I am a cat that doesn't want to be near anyone.
I was going to say, too, about the luteal while you weren't sleeping. Great. That usually correlates with opposite of what you think is going to happen. But I'm saying to do with like your temperature and hormone regulation. I looked into it for myself. So there you go.
Wow. What brought me emotional support this week? Well, all the same things as Tori, as she just shared. And also, nothing is better than when John is in silly goofy mode. And on Saturday, boy, was he on one. He was making joke after joke after joke and was cracking me up.
I love it.
And we were at the coffee shop that morning, and he was just making all of these jokes. And
I love that.
I wish I could remember a specific one, but there's too many. There's too many to count.
I love that. He was helping you prep for improv.
He was. And then I went to my improv class, and that also brought me emotional support. It was my last one of this season.
Mine flew.
I know. And it was very sad. And I really liked this group. Everybody's so awesome. And
I know when they're taking the next one.
I know everybody's schedules are kind of off right now. So, but I have an improv show next week or this weekend, and I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun because the one I did this past week, it made me need emotional support. So
she was playing observational, and that's okay.
Yeah, I was learning. It was fine. It's cool.
You knew no one there, so it's very uncomfortable.
I'm nothing.
I mean, think about most improv groups.
They're well-versed in diverse.
Yeah, they perform together and pretty much only together because they've figured out how to play well together.
100%, man.
So it's vibes and values in that, too.
Hey. So something that also brought us emotional support is there's this social media post that
it is.
Tori and I shared it to Tori, and I shared it to her in the middle of the night as I'm scrolling in bed, and
the music is playing.
I share this Instagram post with Tori. I'm scrolling in bed in the middle of the night. John's asleep next to me, and as I'm scrolling and I come across this post, I am reading it. I am laughing so hard. I started biting the comforter so that I wouldn't make a bunch of noise and wake up John. Okay. I was fighting for my life not to wake up John, but he kept getting better and better and better and better because the prompt in it
says, I'm bored. Tell me about a time you seriously misread social cues and made it weird. I'm not talking you too when the waiter says enjoy your food. Give me something that keeps you up at night.
And then you
And then the girl said I literally heard myself wheeze at one point reading these.
and boy, did we. So we're going to take turns reading them to you guys.
Yep. One time when exiting a completely destroyed public one toilet bathroom, so single stall, I mixed up. I did not do that, and it smelled like that before I went in, and said it didn't smell like that before me. Oh, no. Oh, this one really got me. I'm an RN in an outpatient clinic. When finishing with a patient, I said, I plan to see you next week, combined with let's shoot for next week, when I confidently said, I plan to shoot you next week. I just am thinking about like all the nurses I work with in clinics and like them saying that, and I know what the look on the patient's face probably was. So good. I meant to tell a customer, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, and it's no bother at the same time when I told her, if you have any questions, don't bother. One time I accidentally grabbed the Sonic worker's finger because I thought it was a straw she was handing me. Good.
Oh my gosh. I once greet a customer, welcome to birth control, instead of welcome to Burger King, because I was just thinking about my birth control. Tried to say, we're like the black sheep, and we're like the stepchildren of the neighborhood, and stared directly into my neighbor's eyes and said, we're like black children? Oh my God. What? I meant to ask a woman what gender her I meant to ask a woman what gender her baby was, and I actually said, what flavor is that baby? Yikes.
I was carpooling with my coworkers and a guy started drifting into my lane, nearly clipping me. I screamed out, he's coming at me! Instead of he's coming in my lane! One time, my cousin Emily and I were driving down a very popular street, and a person's lights weren't on, and we were turning, and we were kind of just stuck there, like kind of next to each other. And she's like, I need to tell this man that his lights aren't on. She rolled the windows down and going instead of going, your lights are off. She went, hey, your lights are on. Like the most obvious, like if they were on, I was like, why are you pointing it out? And then she just cowered away and rolled up the window, and we turned and never saw him again. But he literally just like this. Why would you be telling me that? Bumped into an older gentleman by mistake. I meant to say, I'm so sorry, but also, are you okay? So instead I just shouted, are you sorry? I stared at him to process and just walked away to feed it. Oh no. I asked a waiter for a box for my remains instead of leftover. Principal announced we'd have Monday off of school, my birthday. I jumped up and cheered before he commented that a teacher passed away overnight. Her funeral would be held that day. That's so bad.
Oh my God. I just moved to New York City. Some tourists stopped me on the sidewalk and asked for directions to the subway. I gave them directions to a subway station shop around the corner. After an interview, the hiring manager put her arm up to slide past me, and I gave her a hug.
Oh no.
I saw a guy. That happened to me while we were photographing that event.
Really?
Someone that totally wasn't trying to hug me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like,
I love this. If I were drunk, it's fine.
they're like, why is this woman touching me? I saw a guy trip and fall on the sidewalk. Sorry. I saw a guy trip and fall on the sidewalk. I saw a guy trip and fall on the sidewalk and rush forward to help them. I was thinking, I hope you're all right. And did they hurt you? I kneeled down, locked eyes, and said, I hope you're hurt.
So evil.
My husband said, whatever tosses your salad at a work because he thought it meant the same thing as whatever floats your boat. What is that mean again?
Eating ass. One of my managers once said run train on my wife.
What?
Because he thought it meant like demolish her, like exhaust her. And I was like, yeah, she will be exhausted. And he just didn't know what it was. And I was like, please don't ever say that again. And then I had to tell him what it meant.
Oh my gosh. That's like all the people who say raw dog and don't know what that means.
Yep. One time when I worked at a gas station, a guy was filling up like 20 gas cans. I meant to ask him, are you preparing for the apocalypse? But what I said was, are you preparing for the Holocaust?
Oh
no.
Oh my God.
Woo, that's a weird mix.
That's horrible.
Got into an elevator with a woman who told me what button to press. I hesitated so bad. I said, sorry, I'm blind. She looked mortified, pressed a button, and I had to stare off as if I was really blind.
Oh no.
They're like, oh no. Oh, this one is really good.
Okay.
I share this with my coworkers.
I work in healthcare. Always saw the doctor in scrubs. Saw him in public, regularly dressed, and said, I didn't recognize you with clothes on, in front of his wife. Yikes.
It's a hard one to explain.
Ugh. Guy at Starbucks took my order, and I guess my brain was thinking he was going to ask anything else. So when he said, have a nice day, I said, no. And he goes, okay, no pressure. And I wanted to die.
No. The first and last time I ever spoke in court, I called the judge Your Majesty by accident instead of Your Honor. I'm like, are you being condescending, sir? Oh, it was a woman. Sorry, woman. Guy introduced himself as PETA, and I called him PETA for a week before I realized he had a Boston accent. PETA. My name's PETA.
That's like in class, in one of my classes. I thought somebody's name was Paka. Like Paka from Emperor's Room. But their name is Parker. And my teacher just had an Australian accent. It's like, Paka. I fully was like, oh, Paka, like for my first nuclear.
He's like, there's someone named Parker in that movie? Oh. Okay. I'm crying.
Taking the Oh, no, I almost skipped the page and it's my favorite. This man with caterpillar eyebrows and
Eugene Levy?
They spit. This man with caterpillar eyebrows approached me while I was browsing. He asked if I needed help. And I said, no, I was eyebrowsing. 7 years ago when I think about it at least once a week. In high school, I asked this guy in a wheelchair how he kept his sneakers white. I still think about it from time to time.
Taking the Uber to the airport and the driver asked, American? Proceeded to say my nationality and entire backstory around it. For him to then say, nice, but American Airlines or...
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Thought the bartender said, you look nice. So said, oh, thanks. And did a little twirl. She repeated herself and said, would you like ice? Scoop it in hand and everything. Oh, no. Great.
I had a phone interview for a job I really wanted. And when she said, tell me about yourself, I picked and said, I'm a girl. We sat in silence for like 5 minutes. My brain froze. I didn't get the job.
Oh, no. That's everyone's nightmare before they go into an interview.
Worked at a dog hotel, was sleep deprived from finals, and saw a woman holding a dog. And on autopilot, took the dog and said, she's going to make so many new friends. We are in Trader Joe's. I don't know what I would do, man. Someone just takes your dog and say that.
It's going to make so many new friends. I love that. I wonder if she put it in her cart. One of my residents was walking his dog, and I asked what the dog's name was, and he said Bayo. I assumed short for Beowulf, and I repeated it. The resident had a speech impediment. The name was Bear.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I told a girl at the bar that I really liked her hobo style. I meant to say boho.
She gave me a death stare and didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. Oh, no.
I like your hobo.
Waiter at a fancy seafood restaurant cut up my steak for me and had it on the fork. And I leaned over and took the bite like he was feeding me. Silence was deafening.
No. So why were they cutting it up for him in the first place?
I don't know. I've never been to a fancy seafood restaurant.
I have, and they've never once done that.
I worked in a call center and said, bye, I love you, to a patient on the phone. We both erupted in laughter, and he hung up on me. I just had to done that.
When I worked in the clinic, I did that to multiple patients.
Or calling your teacher mom.
I've also called patients mom.
I call
Ruby mom. Because she's not. Another life. Okay, I work retail. Tart-shaped tape. Whoa, that's a tongue twister. Tart-shaped tape was on sale, so I naturally greeted a customer. Hi, Shark. Locked eyes and she walked away. Hi, Shark. Olive Garden waiter asked me if I wanted super salad 4 times, and I just said yes every single time.
I mean, yeah.
Hi, Shark.
Okay, these are the last 2. When I was waiting tables, I meant to ask them if they were done with their spinach stick. But for some reason, in a southern accent, I said, that dip done no. My husband still says that to me 10 years later.
That dip done no.
That dip done no.
Hi, Shark. That dip done no.
Saw a dog while hiking. Shouted down, what's your dog's name? They said, Tofu. I meant to come say hi.
Oh, no.
I said, we're gonna come. Emphasis on the come.
They were really enthusiastic about that dog. No!
Oh my
But also, I just said to Reed yesterday that I love the name Tofu for a dog.
God. Me too. Guys, okay, do you have more of these?
Seriously.
Did you have more of these? We need to know. We're gonna make a post like this, and we want you to call it because the amount of joy that these bring to us.
I've been looking at the comments. I knew there was going to be more. One time I was serving a table and commented how tiny a newborn was, and the parent said, yeah, he's fresh. And I thought they said, he's French. So I looked at it and said, oh, bonjour.
Is there more?
One time I asked a customer if she wanted a bag. She said yes. And I'm trying to repeat, yes, you need a bag for confirmation. Ashley said, yes, please. And she actually said, yes, please, back. Accidentally parenting a grown adult twice. My age still keeps me up at night. Oh my God. Oh no. A coworker was joking around with a regular customer who she had a crush on when she said that she was going to 69 him. What? He asked. She repeated, I'm going to 69. When he just stared at her awkwardly, she went, you know, like, I'm going to kick you out of here. I'm going to 69 you. Once he composed himself from laughing so hard, she said, I think you mean you're going to 86 me. She was mortified. They wound up getting married.
Oh, wait.
And probably 69ing for life.
That's so cute.
A TSA agent asked if I had anything in my pockets. I blurted out, nope, just happy to see you. It's a woman, too. That's really funny. Okay, one more. I went into a public toilet where someone had left a huge turd. I gagged and went to the cubicle next to it instead.
Cubicle?
That's not the right word. When I was washing my hands, someone else came in, went in the poo cubicle and gagged and went to the next one along. So I laughed and said, I did that. She just stared at me and I didn't know how to recover, so I laughed.
Could you imagine if you were that girl that would came in there a second and like we're at a rest stop and you come back in the car and you go, oh my God, I saw a poop and I died there with another one. And then there was a woman in there that told me that she made the poo.
I would think about that every week.
I would be I'd be like, what? You did that poop? You flushed it.
Wow, there's tears all over my face.
Wow.
That was so funny.
Oh my gosh, they're so funny.
You know what? We needed that. Rick, everyone needed that. I hope you're...
And we hope that brought you emotional support because
how
truly, the way when I first read those, I was like crying and just like,
You know, something's really good when you're reading it in your head and it's making you laugh out loud.
Okay, so my family watches America's Funny Home Videos.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to my family. I don't think it's funny at all. Like, there's very few that actually make me laugh.
Especially there's a bunch of dads getting hit in the balls.
Or okay, I like the dog section.
Yeah.
That was fine. But I believe I've curated my Instagram feed to be a better version of America's Funniest Home Videos, where I was howling last night at some of these videos that I was getting. Oh my gosh, I'm like, this is so funny. So maybe I'll share a few with you guys.
Please do.
Wow. That was a good laugh. I'm very happy that we can giggle like that.
Yep.
I hope that everybody got a good giggle and has a great week and that we've given you some emotional support.
Correct. Also, I didn't point this out earlier, but I am wearing my new emotional support bestie sweatshirt for me. And hers is the same color as the gingham on my pants, so we decided she needs brown gingham pants so we can be alternates.
Wow. Reverse twins.
So it's a reverse twin.
There's no baby.
A reverse twin is they look nothing alike, aka us.
Well, that's just like twins that are fraternal.
But like they probably still look kind of alike.
But if you take like a literal meaning of like reverse twin, instead of two babies, I guess maybe it's just be one. That's what I'm like. I'm a reverse twin.
Correct. When I get pregnant, and if it's hopefully only a solo pregnancy, because I would be scared to have multiple. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Like, it's reverse twins.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Rita, hey, Shart, I need to tell you something.
I don't want to be short.
Anti-Shart.
Oh.
Okay, bye. I won't let you.
Thank you.
I'll say, hey, Reed, guess what? I'm reverse twinning.
Well.
And then you'll forget we had this conversation and be like,
what? I'll be like, are we twins? You're like, no, what's the opposite?
One. How's that? One. Well, please tell us your awkward missed social situations. We need them. We need to laugh at them. Also, we'll share the post that we just read those from so you guys can see them. And then I implore you to go into the comments. It's really funny. Gosh, they're so good. There's over 2,000 of them, so you'll just keep laughing forever.
2 fingers.
Some of them were dumb, so, at your own risk.
Have a great week. Have a happy fall. Have a great Halloween.
Yes.
Spooky.
I'm going trick-or-treating with my little cousins, and I'm excited for that's what it's all about, the cute kids and costumes. Can't wait.
And the ghosts, and the ghouls, and the skeletons.
And the I'll be with me. Oh, sorry on that. No.
What? Love you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, pop off. Pop off.
Share it. Listen to us in your ears while you're taking your kids trick-or-treating. How about that?
Love you all.
My taste is sticky with tears.